combat experience through the quicker timing that triggers the dodge. Experience an even better combat experience through the updated skills and combos. I hope you guys are excited to try it out. Moving on to UI UX, players will be able to experience the better play optimized for PC during the final test. Previously, users had to use both the keyboard and mouse when navigating through the menu. In this update, the menu has been improved so that the majority of the operation can be done with just the mouse. For example, before, users had to switch windows using a separate keyboard button in order to change their back status in the store UI. Now they can easily switch windows through a simple mouse click. The hold operation has also been improved. Previously, there were many actions that required the hold button to be pressed and waited for, like for example, when purchasing items in the store. However, now this has been modified to be possible without having to hold. We constantly plan to review deleting operations that do not require a hold and adjust time reduction if the hold time is set to be unnecessarily long. There are updates on the chatting system as well. First, emojis will finally be added. Players can now use emojis to communicate faster and easier. Moreover, players can now filter specific chats so they can select and view only the content that they choose. Let's move on to the last topic, contents. First, new NPCs will finally be added. Were you guys tired of seeing the same old Marco every day? Now, players will be able to meet new NPCs while navigating through the stories. Next, quests. Accordingly, we've refined quests that were inconvenient to the existing quest lines so that the episode quest does not interfere with the user following the main quest. Good news for those who felt uncomfortable due to only a few quests being displayed on screen. From now on, the number of quests that can be displayed on the quest list on the right side of the screen has increased. Translucent maps have also been added to help users check maps on the go. Hunting for monsters is also a core content of Bless Unleashed. There'll be a huge update for elite monsters. Now, monsters that are similar in appearance but have stronger and different patterns have been added. So you can get ready to enjoy more tense and exciting battles in the field. Lastly, a dungeon multi-matching system. For faster matching, users can now queue up for many dungeons simultaneously. Moreover, the dungeon difficulty level has been adjusted for player convenience. In order to reduce the difference in difficulty between dungeons of the same grade and clarify the difficulty difference by grade, we revised the balance and adjusted the means and number of resurrection within the dungeon. Although it may not be easy to achieve all our goals at once, we will continue to constantly adjust the dungeon balance. All the updates explained today are just part of a few. You can experience all these updates firsthand in the upcoming Bless Unleashed PC final test on May 12th, PDT. Also, anyone and everyone can participate in the final test, so if you haven't signed up already, make sure to do so on our Steam page or on our official homepage. See you in the final test. Bye! Hi everyone, if you guys don't know already, I'm Olvera. I'm back to share some fun and exciting news with you all. If you've been keeping up with our community channels, we've been posting about all the upcoming changes for the final test happening from May 12th to May 16th PDT. Today, I'll directly be introducing these main changes, so let's get right into it. Key elements of this combat update focus on deep strategic skills and enhanced combo as well as character growth through fast combat flow. So there'll be a huge change in the blessings as well as the skill system. The current skill system is designed so that the fixed skill changes as players equip blessings. However, from now on, diverse skills can be acquired through character level regardless of the blessings. On the other hand, unique buffs will exist for each blessings, so players can choose specific blessings based on their preference and style. For example, if wearing a specialized blessing for the Crusader class Burning Blade skill, the skill will be strengthened, the usability of the skill will be improved, and the cooldown and consumption amount will be lowered. This effect results in different combo routes, making more diverse combos available. Therefore, depending on the unique buffs of blessings, the same class and skill can be operated in various diverse ways. There are 4 big updates to the skill system. First, improved usability for all skills. Second, improved performance for less popular skills. an addition of new skills to enhance class personality, and fourth, combining or deleting skills with similar concepts. For example, the upcoming new class skill, Madness Explosion, for the Berserker deals a wide area damage that will blow away nearby enemies as its anger explodes. Like this example, all classes will be improved to better show their characteristics. The next update is one we believe players have been waiting for. From now on, even when using dodge during a combo, the combo phase will not break. This change will be applied equally to specific skills. Moreover, players will feel the change in the overall combat experience through the quicker timing that triggers the dodge. Experience an even better combat experience through the updated skills and combos. I hope you guys are excited to try it out. Moving on to UI UX, players will be able to experience the better play optimized for PC during the final test. Previously, users had to use both the keyboard and mouse when navigating through the menu. In this update, the menu has been improved so that the majority of the operation can be done with just the mouse. For example, before, users had to switch windows using a separate keyboard button in order to change their back status in the store UI. Now they can easily switch windows through a simple mouse click. The hold operation has also been improved. Previously, there were many actions that required the hold button to be pressed and waited for, like for example, when purchasing items in the store. However, now this has been modified to be possible without having to hold. We constantly plan to review deleting operations that do not require a hold and adjust time reduction if the hold time is set to be unnecessarily long. There are updates on the chatting system as well. First, emojis will finally be added. Players can now use emojis to communicate faster and easier. Moreover, players can now filter specific chats so they can select and view only the content that they choose. Let's move on to the last topic, contents. First, new NPCs will finally be added. Were you guys tired of seeing the same old Marco every day? Now, players will be able to meet new NPCs while navigating through the stories. Next, quests. Accordingly, we've refined quests that were inconvenient to the existing quest lines so that the episode quest does not interfere with the user following the main quest. Good news for those who felt uncomfortable. Hi!
Hi everyone.
That was unexpected. Hi everyone. I'm Olvera and I'm here with
Jay.
Yes. So, that was a really unexpected start, but why are we here today?
As many of our users know, hello, hi everyone.
Hi, YOLO.
Our final test will be going underway tomorrow. And before we do that, we just want to give our players heads up on what they could expect to see in the new improved and many changes that we have made to Bless Unleashed PC. I was fortunate enough to be invited here to talk to amongst all of our anxious users and patiently waiting. And on behalf of the studio, I want to thank all of our dedicated players for waiting patiently for all these times previous from our second CBT. And we can't wait to show you what we have in store for you guys, what improvements and what changes we made. So we just let other people trickle in a little bit, and then once we do that, we'll get right to it.
The final test is happening May 12th to 16th, PDT.
Correct. And for users over in Korea, it'll be starting tomorrow on the 13th through the 17th.
안녕하세요.
Hello.
Can't wait. Why can't I play beta test? Well, I haven't started yet.
Well, while we're waiting for a little bit, you guys could go into our official homepage at blessunleashedpc.com, and then you could sign up or log in, download the client and play. Or if you already have Steam, you could go to our Steam official homepage, click on the play test feature, and then automatically you'll sign up. This is our final test. It doesn't require any beta keys. It's open for everyone. So if you have any dogs, cats, family members, friends, or people you hate, just invite them in and enjoy the games that we have prepared for you guys.
Yeah, it's the 12th already. Well, it's 12th to 16th for PDT, but for European users, it's 13th to 17th.
Yep.
We just have a really global audience, so it was hard matching the time, right?
We do. Will a
Yeah.
formal founders pack be available? We can't speak on exactly on what will be available at this moment. We just want to kind of talk to our players regarding, what kind of changes and what kind of contents are available for us, for them to be experiencing for these next final tests. And again, the title is called Final. This is our final test before official launch. So we just invite everyone to come in, enjoy. It is going through the weekend anyway. So
Yeah.
if you're staying home, have nothing else to do, just come on and sign up and then enjoy what the game has to offer for everyone.
Does beta characters stay after release?
No, the data will be wiped, fortunately, but that's just so we can have a clear balance for our first official launch and have our players come in without having disruptions with their data.
And like Jay mentioned, the final test, you can come in anytime, like even during the final test, right?
Yes, the sign up page, and you'll be able to log into the game anytime during duration. Anything past, you won't be able to. So we kind of do recommend you sign up now. Go to our Steam page or official homepage and sign up for the final test client.
So, can we have some freebies after the beta?
Freebies after the betas, I might have to speak with the studio about that. I can't give you any promises, but we'll see what we can do.
Must we buy the game? No,
the game is free to play, as you guys know. Don't have to pay anything out of your pocket. So just wait for the official launch.
Should we get started?
Sure.
Well, I'll just give you guys a general rundown of what we'll be doing today. So we'll be going over some of the main updates you guys can meet during the final test, and then we'll be playing some live gameplay for a bit and reviewing a video of us defeating the Bone Dragon. And in part 2, I'll be having an AMA session where I'll be going over the questions that you guys directly asked. So let's get started.
Okay, there's a lot of changes that the studio has made in the course of past 2-3 months since our previous CBT. We can't go over all of them, obviously, because we want our players to come into the game and kind of experience it firsthand. But a lot of the suggestions and feedbacks, we just want to kind of give you a rundown of what to expect. Let's go with the updates to the new skill systems and the blessing systems.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest updates this round. So you guys can read more in detail about it through our community posts on our channels. Skill system changes.
Right. This is what a lot of our players kind of did request, and it took some time, but the skills and the blessings are now separated, meaning that in the previous updates, or in previously, the blessings and skills were fixed and they were tied to one another. Meaning that if you wanted to use a certain set of skills, you had to pick the blessings that had those kind of skills. But now they're separated entirely, and the skills that you actually can acquire are just through leveling up your character. But blessings, you could kind of level up. Or blessings now have passive effects. I'll get into that in detail later on. But right now, what we could say is you could go into the game and you find that blessings have entirely different set of systems. Blessings have their own passive effects, and the original skill attacks or the skills that you used in blessings are tied to your character levels.
Exactly. So if you guys look at the skill UI previously, this is what it used to look like in the past CBTs. Where you can see, like Jay mentioned, the blessings and the skills are kind of interrelated. But to show you guys what it looks like now, that's me. You guys can see that there's a separate skill UI tab now, and they're not related to blessings anymore. So you can level your skills up using these SP points and unlock them when you increase character level. To go over the brief other few tabs, this is the combo tab where you can see the combo system just simply, and the blessings tab where you can see each blessing consists of different passive effects. Going back, dun dun dun.
The main reason, to kind of go back to what I just said, the main reason for these changes is that along with not giving the players the option and more freedom to kind of pick and choose the skills they wanted, we kind of thought that it would be better for players to be able to choose the character the skill that they want to use along with the blessings to kind of have that synergy effect. Now players are able to pick and choose, have more freedom over their options, and not be tied down to a certain blessing skills. I will go over that a little bit later, but To kind of piggyback on what I just said, the main skill system changes. First, what we did was we improved the usability for all skills. Second, we improved performance for less popular skills. And third, additional new skills have been enhanced to have been added to enhance class traits and personalities. And lastly, we moved or combined similar skills to kind of give you that balanced option.
Exactly, thank you. So to give you guys an in-game example, for the mage class, which I'll be playing today, the concentrate skill has been increased. So previously, you could only charge your mana up to 100%, but now you can overcharge your mana up to 150%. To show you guys really quick what that looks like. So I'm going to use concentrate. And you can see at the bottom here that it charges up to 1,500. So voila. Second, the frost shield skill has been enhanced. So previously it was just like a normal defense skill, but now while this skill is in effect, nearby enemies are damaged and slowed down. Lastly, there has been addition of a class skill called the Arcane Barrage, and this skill, simply spoken, shoots arcane bolts at enemies. I'll be showing you guys this as well. So, let me go closer to these turtles. You can see, yeah, it shoots like that.
It's shooting lasers.
So yeah, and there has been addition of a class skill for each class, so you guys can check out other classes, not only the mage.
Right.
Blessings.
Let's going over to blessing changes. As I mentioned previously, blessings have changed to gear towards to be more of a passive effects. While regular skills can be acquired from leveling up, you could upgrade them using skill points. Same thing with unique class skills. But blessings, they're tied to something different. In the game, you acquire what you call a blessing breath. You could acquire them from the field world drops, or you could get it from specific dungeons. And what you get though is you could upgrade your passive effects in the blessings. Currently, each blessing has 4 passive effects, and they enhance the current skills and certain skills that are available for your class. So this is where that pick and choose play comes from. If you have a certain skill you want to use and there's a blessing that gives you a passive effect to enhance it, what you could do is you could acquire these blessing breaths that's tied to your character, upgrade them to kind of enhance that skill. This is more, as you guys know, the previous was more of a linear progression for our skills and characters. So what we did was kind of differentiate and separated these things, so you have more room to progress and a lot more things to kind of actively work on, just rather than your character skills and blessings.
Thank you. Next, emergence of twisted unique field bosses. So these are a new addition. It's pretty exciting, and there are 4 twisted bosses you guys can meet in the final test. The first being Grasslands Giant, where you can meet in
Karzakor.
And then the Harpy Queen.
In Navarra.
Michelle.
In Knowles Waste.
Cyclops.
In Tristeza.
Yes. So can you tell me a few characteristics about them?
Sure. The new twisted unique field bosses originated from the current field bosses you see previously. What they are, they have a different visual representation to kind of differentiate whether these are the original field bosses you take on every day, or these are just the new twisted field bosses. They do appear at a low probability, but once they do, you can see visually that they kind of look different. Not only do they look different, they also have a different AIs, attack patterns, and they have all these abnormal effects to apply to when they're in a combat. This is kind of bringing the more of a how do I say this? A more pizzazz to what we have currently right now.
Exactly.
Some players, when they kind of encounter these unique field bosses that first time, they kind of wonder like, oh, what is this? This is not something I'm familiar with. But that kind of surprise is what we want to bring to our players, and you don't want to be playing the constant thing over and over again. So kind of you could switch it up a little bit. Also, these twisted unique field bosses also have a not a cool time, but they do have a despawn limit. So if you're unable to defeat them at a certain time, they will despawn and the original field bosses will take into place.
Exactly. And these are actually really, really difficult to defeat because they're much more challenging than the original field boss. So today we'll be fighting or showing a sneak peek of the Twisted Grasslands Giant
Right.
with the other CMs who are waiting for us right now. So we'll be playing,
Yeah, so before we actually start with this, kind of give you a taste of what you could expect in the final test regarding the unique field bosses. You guys will see that the combat has been sped up. Combat has been sped up, and a lot of you guys have been asking, you know, why do combos break when you use skills? Not anymore. Not anymore. Certain skills do not break combos if you use it during your combos. This doesn't relate to all skills, but specific skills. We kind of reduced the animations for certain things, so we could get more fluidity into the combat. You know, players will be able to feel like the game itself has improved. It's more speedy. There's not kind of like that drag you had. So once you guys come into the game, you experience that your actual suggestions and feedbacks have been implemented to the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the kind of short clip that we have, or not clip, but the game teasing that you guys would expect for tomorrow's final test. So why don't we just jump right in?
Yeah, so we'll be playing for like 5 minutes now, just to give you guys a preview.
Great.
And is everyone ready?
I believe so.
Oh, well, there they are. Such global CMs. Okay, so we're here with 5 global CMs today from Korea, China, us.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So what you guys see here is the actual twisted unique field bosses that you'll see. It's kind of different in visual representations, and also in some of the things. It summons or monsters
minions.
Minions that you didn't see before. So how about we get right to it? You guys will see that the combat has sped up.
Oh, yeah, these are definitely new. You guys don't see these minions in the regular. Oh. As you can see, they're much stronger than the original Grasslands Giant. Oh, why am I frozen? There we go. And this Twisted Grassland Giant, it throws rocks at a different direction than the original. So you guys have to make sure to avoid the rocks that are being thrown.
So.
Ooh. Oh, there's just minions are so hard to defeat. Oh.
And as you guys do know, you could evade as much as you want, up to 3 times at this point. Give you like more fluidity when you're in the combat.
Oh, and you guys can see now that the skills are in the 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons, right?
Right. You could customize the skills and the buttons that you guys want to do. As you guys can see, like the animations have sped up. You could kind of break animation at the same time. I know a lot of people were kind of worried like the game is kind of draggy because you're rooted into place, the animation is too long, but we did cut down in those delays, so you can kind of get that more refreshing kind of combat when you're playing.
Oh, and
I like the Ranger because, you know.
your outfit's cute.
Thanks. I got it for Christmas.
Oh. See, it's like so strong. It's still at 96%.
Right.
Oh no.
So as you guys can see here, the graphics, we've improved a lot for our PC graphics. You can kind of see, along with the mouse and keyboard have been very, very optimized. So you kind of gotta get that free click. You know, last beta is all more tied to the keyboard, but you could click everything with the mouse you'd like to. It's very nice.
Oh, he's gonna jump. God bless. Oh, it's the minions again.
Right.
Oh. I feel like we need to play with like I don't know, at least like 10 people for this, right?
I think so.
5 might be a little bit difficult.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, they're very hard to play.
and these minions are so strong. I don't know if it's right to call them minions though. Oh.
You know, it's been a while since I played a unique field boss.
Oh.
See, I like the archer because you kind of get that more evasive look. When you do your dodge, you can use a skill to kind of push back to the side. You could kind of kite in a way. I know you guys know, like for players who like range classes, you want to be kiting. And you kind of get that kind of feeling with the new updates. So here you mark them, you go down, you want to kind of thunder arrow. And then while you're moving, you want to kind of slide over to the left. Slide to the left. Back.
Do you only play the ranger?
I do.
What's your second pick?
Ranger. It's going to be hard for us to obviously take down this boss in this time, but we just want to give you guys a taste of what you could expect in the official launch and the final test tomorrow. If you're able to get it, that's kudos to everyone.
Actually though, this is meant to be extremely difficult, so.
Charge up.
Oh,
How are you doing there? Keeping up?
yes, of course. It's a little bit like redder, I feel like, than the original, right?
It is. You could tell by the visual representation, there are some subtle differences, but you could kind of see it.
And you can see here like the, oh, we did get it down to about
87%.
7%.
So what I like about the Ranger class is that the skill that one of them has, you can kind of evade left or right or back. Kind of gives you a bit more of an extra movement to kind of evade attacks from other players or other monsters.
And like Jay mentioned earlier, now when you dodge, your combo doesn't break.
Right.
So it's like so much easier to.
And there are other blessing skills that you could use repeatedly, meaning that once you use it, you don't have to wait for a cooldown. You could kind of stack certain skills, so it could be used repeatedly within a few seconds of using it.
Should we play about here for them?
I think I'm using the skill that I have right now is allow me to use it. You kind of see it from the circle that's pointed or within the UI of the skill.
Ooh. So yeah, I think that was a pretty good sneak peek.
It was.
Yeah.
We can't kill this boss right now, but this is something that you kind of expect. You will never see this from the actual Grassland Giant from Encarza Court.
Yeah.
But once you guys do see it, it'll be a really, really big challenge and it'll be fun. So grab your friends and grab a team or guild and have at it.
Yeah. So, going back. Dun dun dun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Can we open the game yet?
Sure.
오늘 미리 보여주고 내일부터. Oh, please note that the Korean live stream, 한국 라이브 방송은 오늘 7시에 보실 수 있습니다. 그래서 그때 시청해 주세요. May 12 to May 16 PDT. Yes.
Correct.
At least it's not easy. Yeah, it's definitely not easy.
It's not. I know you guys there's a lot of things that we do want to talk about, but because we're so limited in time and you guys are all anxious, and we just kind of want our players to kind of come into the game, experience everything firsthand. Not only there's changes to the combat, there's changes to a lot of contents, but again, not the contents that you'll be seeing within the official launch will be available. Obviously, that's something that we kind of want to kind of surprise everyone, like these unique field bosses that we mentioned. And a lot of players will say, hey, you guys talked about UIs, and why do they look similar? Yeah. There's a reason for that. I'm pretty sure you guys know that we also have Bless Unleashed in console as well. And the UI we currently have right now is kind of different from your orthodox MMORPG UIs, where it's very, you could do everything with just the mouse, but it's not intuitive. So what that means is that when new players come in or players just starting out will have trouble kind of getting used to the UI that's being shown. And we kind of want to step away from that. We want anyone to just come into our game and see like, hey, you know, I see where this is supposed to be. And the current UI we have right now, it kind of bridges that gap between console and PC, or players who are just starting out the game. It's very intuitive, but again, these will all be subject to change based on your feedbacks and suggestions. So with that, we could just kind of go back to
what we were doing.
Right.
So a couple of weeks ago, we gathered a bunch of CMs and GMs to
Right.
defeat the Bone Dragon, which I'm sure you guys all know. It's one of the strongest dragons. So we just wanted to share the video real quick. Do you want to give a
Sure.
explanation? Yeah.
I know you guys seen this clip a lot. The Bone Dragon has been most highly anticipated and popular unique field bosses that, you know, from our first, second, third CBTs there, you know, players been kind of going at. You know, it takes hours and hours and hours for players to kind of be able to defeat these kind of unique field bosses, but these are some of the contents that we kind of want to push out to players. You know, this is where teamwork, where you have guild members or people you don't know come in and work together to a same objective, obviously.
Yeah.
If you guys know, it takes a lot of time and effort to make these kind of contents, but the studio is happy to see that, you know, these kind of contents are what players are actually asking for. I know you guys seen these videos a lot, and some of you guys actually probably tackled on the Bone Dragon yourself in your previous CBTs, but this is just to show to new players, you know, these are the contents that are available for you during final test and for official launch. It's not easy, but it's fun. It's not easy for the devs to create these kind of contents, but we're out there. We do have something, and I mentioned this previously, that we have our 3 kings here in Round Studio, but one of them is called Quality is King. We could push out all these kind of numerous contents and contents along with the players to enjoy, but if the quality doesn't meet the standard for our players, it's kind of worthless. So instead of making 10 different contents and pushing them out once, we kind of want to focus on one big content, bring up the quality, and make sure that it's suitable and enjoyable for all of our players.
Yeah, and this Bone Dragon is known to be one of the hardest dragons to defeat, so it's normal that we die like this easily. Like one breath and we're dead. Yeah. So
it is very fun, it's challenging, but it's also rewarding at the same time. And it was challenging for the studios to make these kind of contents, but it'll be more challenging for our users to kind of go and kind of attempt to win this thing.
Apparently it took like 100 hours.
I believe, I don't know if it's 100, I think it's like 4 or 5 hours of constant playing with over hundreds of players.
Oh, it was 100 users playing
correct,
together.
100 users playing. And cool way to die, yeah. And I know a lot of these things that you've seen it in the previous CVTs and they're still available, but I think the best way for us to kind of express the challenge, the improvements that we made or the changes that we made to the game is basically you come in and experience it your firsthand. We could tell you all about it all day, all night, but unless you come into the game with your friends and family, bring your dogs and cats too, you know, you really wouldn't know. Our devs put so much effort and so much time into make these changes and have these contents that, you know, I applaud them, and then the studios have been working very hard, not only to make these feedbacks implemented to the game, but actually have new contents to push out ready for you guys when it comes to official launch. So hope you guys do enjoy the little clip that we are showing, and we see you guys soon.
Someone asked if the server will be stable, like they hope it doesn't disconnect tomorrow.
You know, we can't tell you that it won't be, and we can't tell you it will be. But again, our developers and our engineers have worked so many hours, you know, and timeless hours, just to have the most optimized environment for our players to come in and play. You know, there might be bugs, and you guys will know about some of the bugs that are appearing within the game, but obviously they'll be fixed, and it is our job to not only create content that all of our players can enjoy, but to offer you an environment where all of our players can play without any lags or latency issues.
And that's why it's a test, so, you know,
it is.
There could be a few bugs and a few server issues, but everything will be fixed in time for the official launch. Do you have any estimated date on the official release of this great game?
We have a official, not official, release of the date of the game, but I can't tell you guys yet, obviously. Maybe I'll tell you guys after the final test.
But it won't be too far from the final test. right?
We're hoping, no, we don't see it being that, but obviously, as the studio has mentioned, all the feedbacks you guys give us or any suggestions, we take them very seriously. We get into a conference and we look at all these feedbacks that you guys provided directly and see whether it's doable, when it can be implemented, how it can be implemented. So it takes a lot of time and effort. Well, obviously after the final test and before official launch, a lot of changes will come as well. And because of that, we can't give you an official date as of yet.
It took us 8 minutes. That's pretty amazing.
Okay.
The final test starts tomorrow or today for some of you guys in different regions. So yeah, that was just a little sneak peek, or not a sneak peek, but a video review of us defeating the dragon, which you guys can directly try in tomorrow's final test.
Right.
Are there any level restrictions?
There are no level restrictions, but there are some contents. Everything's pretty much open, but there are some contents that we are actually holding back because we want to save them for our official launch. We kind of want to surprise you guys. Again, we could tell you all these changes have been made, but unless you don't come into the game yourself and play through it, we can't really give you guys a confirmations on that. But the studio have been working very hard to bring you these changes and improvements. So we hope you guys enjoy what we have in store for you, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of the week and the weekend, and stick around here with us with Bless Unleashed PC.
Yeah.
And CM Olvera for after Ask Me Anything session. Right?
Yeah. So we'll be taking a quick break for like 10 minutes, and then I'll be back to host a little Q&A session with you all. So don't leave and tune in. Take a sip of a coffee, and thank you, Jay, for joining me today.
It's been an honor to be here, and I can't wait to see you guys in the final test within the next 24 hours.
Yeah, see you in 10 minutes. If you've been keeping up with our community channels, we've been posting about all the upcoming changes for the final test happening from May 12th to May 16th PDT. Today, I'll directly be introducing these main changes, so let's get right into it. Key elements of this combat update focus on deep strategic skills and enhanced combo, as well as character growth through fast combat flow. So there'll be a huge change in the blessings as well as the skill system. The current skill system is designed so that the fixed skill changes as players equip blessings. However, from now on, diverse skills can be acquired through character level regardless of the blessings. On the other hand, unique buffs will exist for each blessings, so players can choose specific blessings based on their preference and style. For example, if wearing a specialized blessing for the Crusader class Burning Blade skill, the skill will be strengthened, the usability of the skill will be improved, and the cooldown and consumption amount will be lowered. This effect results in different combo routes, making more diverse combos available. Therefore, depending on the unique buffs of blessings, the same class and skill can be operated in various diverse ways. There are 4 big updates to the skill system. First, improved usability for all skills. Second, improved performance for less popular skills. An addition of new skills to enhance class personality. And fourth, combining or deleting skills with similar concepts. For example, the upcoming new class skill, Madness Explosion, for the Berserker deals a wide area damage that will blow away nearby enemies as its anger explodes. Like this example, all classes will be improved to better show their characteristics. The next update is one we believe players have been waiting for. From now on, even when using dodge during a combo, the combo phase will not break. This change will be applied equally to specific skills. Moreover, players will feel the change in the overall combat experience through the quicker timing that triggers the dodge. Experience an even better combat experience through the updated skills and combos. I hope you guys are excited to try it out. Moving on to UI/UX, players will be able to experience the better play optimized for PC during the final test. Previously, users had to use both the keyboard and mouse when navigating through the menu. In this update, the menu has been improved so that the majority of the operation can be done with just the mouse. For example, before, users had to switch windows using a separate keyboard button in order to change their back status in the store UI. Now they can easily switch windows through a simple mouse click. The hold operation has also been improved. Previously, there were many actions that required the hold button to be pressed and waited for, like for example, when purchasing items in the store. However, now this has been modified to be possible without having to hold. We constantly plan to review deleting operations that do not require a hold and adjust time reduction if the hold time is set to be unnecessarily long. There are updates on the chatting system as well. First, emojis will finally be added. Players can now use emojis to communicate faster and easier. Moreover, players can now filter specific chats so they can select and view only the content that they choose. Let's move on to the last topic, contents. First, new NPCs will finally be added. Were you guys tired of seeing the same old Marco every day? Now, players will be able to meet new NPCs while navigating through the stories. Next, quests. Accordingly, we've refined quests that were inconvenient to the existing quest lines so that the episode quest does not interfere with the user following the main quest. Good news for those who felt uncomfortable due to only a few quests being displayed on screen. From now on, the number of quests that can be displayed on the quest list on the right side of the screen has increased. Translucent maps have also been added to help users check maps on the go. Hunting for monsters is also a core content of Bless Unleashed. There'll be a huge update for elite monsters. Now, monsters that are similar in appearance but have stronger and different patterns have been added. So you can get ready to enjoy more tense and exciting battles in the field. Lastly, a dungeon multi-matching system. For faster matching, users can now queue up for many dungeons simultaneously. Moreover, the dungeon difficulty level has been adjusted for player convenience. In order to reduce the difference in difficulty between dungeons of the same grade and clarify the difficulty difference by grade, we revised the balance and adjusted the means and number of resurrection within the dungeon. Although it may not be easy to achieve all our goals at once, we will continue to constantly adjust the dungeon balance. All the updates explained today are just part of a few. You can experience all these updates firsthand in the upcoming Bless Unleashed PC final test on May 12th, PDT. Also, anyone and everyone can participate in the final test, so if you haven't signed up already, make sure to do so on our Steam page or on our official homepage. See you in the final test. Bye! Hi everyone, if you guys don't know already, I'm Olvera. I'm back to share some fun and exciting news with you all. If you've been keeping up with our community channels, we've been posting about all the upcoming changes for the final test happening from May 12th to May 16th PDT. Today, I'll directly be introducing these main changes, so let's get right into it. Key elements of this combat update focus on deep strategic skills and enhanced combo as well as character growth through fast combat flow. So there'll be a huge change in the blessings as well as the skill system. The current skill system is designed so that the fixed skill changes as players equip blessings. However, from now on, diverse skills can be acquired through character level regardless of the blessings. On the other hand, unique buffs will exist for each blessings, so players can choose specific blessings based on their preference and style. For example, if wearing a specialized blessing for the Crusader class Burning Blade skill, the skill will be strengthened, the usability of the skill will be improved, and the cooldown and consumption amount will be lowered. This effect results in different combo routes, making more diverse combos available. Therefore, depending on the unique buffs of blessings, the same class and skill can be operated in various diverse ways. There are 4 big updates to the skill system. First, improved usability for all skills. Second, improved performance for less popular skills. An addition of new skills to enhance class personality. And fourth, combining or deleting skills with similar concepts. For example, the upcoming new class skill, Madness Explosion, for the Berserker deals a wide area damage that will blow away nearby enemies as its anger explodes. Like this example, all classes will be improved to better show their characteristics. The next update is one we believe players have been waiting for. From now on, even when using dodge during a combo, the combo phase will not break. This change will be applied equally to specific skills. Moreover, players will feel the change in the overall combat experience through the quicker timing that triggers the dodge. Experience an even better combat experience through the updated skills and combos. I hope you guys are excited to try it out. Moving on to UI UX, players will be able to experience the better play optimized for PC during the final test. Previously, users had to use both the keyboard and mouse when navigating through the menu. In this update, the menu has been improved so that the majority of the operation can be done with just the mouse. For example, before, users had to switch windows using a separate keyboard button in order to change their back status in the store UI. Now they can easily switch windows through a simple mouse click. The hold operation has also been improved. Previously, there were many actions that required the hold button to be pressed and waited for, like for example, when purchasing items in the store. However, now this has been modified to be possible without having to hold. We constantly plan to review deleting operations that do not require a hold and adjust time reduction if the hold time is set to be unnecessarily long. There are updates on the chatting system as well. First, emojis will finally be added. Players can now use emojis to communicate faster and easier. Moreover, players can now filter specific chats so they can select and view only the content that they choose. Let's move on to the last topic, contents. First, new NPCs will finally be added. Were you guys tired of seeing the same old Marco every day? Now, players will be able to meet new NPCs while navigating through the stories. Next, quests. Accordingly, we've refined quests that were inconvenient to the existing quest lines so that the episode quest does not interfere with the user following the main quest. Good news for those who felt uncomfortable due to only a few quests being displayed on screen. From now on, the number of quests that can be displayed on the quest list on the right side of the screen has increased. Translucent maps have also been added to help users check maps on the go. Hunting for monsters is also a core content of Bless Unleashed. There'll be a huge update for elite monsters. Now, monsters that are similar in appearance but have stronger and different patterns have been added. So you can get ready to enjoy more tense and exciting battles. Hello. Hi everyone, I'm back. I hope that wasn't too long of an intermission. Jay had to leave because he's too busy to be here with me. So for part 2 of this stream, I'll be going over the questions that you guys directly sent over to me. And I picked a few to answer. I apologize as I couldn't, get the answer for every single question because there were a lot of questions, but all of the answers are directly from our devs and I'm just in the middle handing them over. So yeah, I'm gonna wait a bit for people to trickle in. Welcome back. Thank you. How long until we can try the game from now? The final test is happening tomorrow, May 12th to 16th PDT, and May 13th to 17th CEST. So you guys can check it out in a couple of hours. Yes, 18 hours. Hi, Luke. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Thank you. So yeah, I have quite a bit of questions to go over, so I'm just gonna get started right away. So number 1, are you guys going to add a place like a house or a building for guild members to hang out? First, you guys might not know what guilds are. So guilds are a main system in MMORPGs that allow players to interact with each other. And obviously, we believe that it's important to provide an environment for players to experience various game content. So we're internally discussing the content between guild members and the competition system between guilds, as well as a shared space for guild members. Although we can't assure the exact update date, as it's still under discussion, we're trying our best to give you an update as early as possible. So if you guys tune in a bit, hopefully you will see what you're waiting for. So yeah, 8 p.m. EST, exactly. That is for the final test. Download from Steam. Yes, you guys can directly go to our Steam page and download by clicking on the Request Beta Access button. And anyone and everyone can participate in the final test, even now, so you can go and download if you haven't already. So question number 2, when can we expect the next class to show up? Well, this is a very popular question we've been getting for months, and the development team is constantly preparing a variety of updates, and adding new classes is a step happening. A step closer. We're getting a step closer. We can't disclose any information at this time, but you guys can expect something new to come in the near future. Shh. Hi, Olvera, big fan. Thank you. Korean friend, yes. So you guys can definitely expect to see a new class coming up soon or in the future. So yeah. Will there be Founders Pack for PC? If yes, what are the benefits? This is actually asked earlier on in the stream, but pre-purchasing package items will definitely be available during launch. There's no final price or like what specific content for the package items, so you guys can see that as we get closer to launch. Can you tell me about the gifts? How long is that? The updates on the Head Start or vice versa will be added in the future. Have you thought about adding level restriction or some other kind of restriction to gear pieces? Definitely. We realized like not having level restrictions can create various problems and affect the game balance. So we are planning on adding level restrictions to gear pieces in the near future. It's good news for that. Is there any partnership or sponsorship for content creators? This is also a very popular question, and we're definitely going to be preparing programs, content creator programs, as we get closer to launch. And more details will be discussed after the final test, so users can check our community channels for any updates on these content creator programs as we get closer to launch. Someone asked how we can, how you guys can send over bugs or feedback during the final test. Like we had in our previous CBT, we will have a little feedback channel open on our Discord, so you guys can head on over there and let us know any feedback or issues you guys had while experiencing the final test. So yeah, can I stream the final beta? Yes, you can stream the final beta. You guys are free to stream. Exactly. How big is the focus on open world PvP and how impactful is it on PvE? So we believe both PvP and PvE are crucial content to the game, and the goal is to develop and enhance every class. So there's no specific class that has an advantage during either content. So we believe class balance is key. Pre-download is good to go on Steam. Yes, you can pre-download on Steam or on our official homepage right now. So you guys don't have to, download any additional things and just get straight into it tomorrow. Soundtrack. If there's any updates on soundtracks, I will let you guys know. So, are there any new localizations planned? As of now, English, Chinese, Simplified Chinese, Japanese, German, French, and Korean will be supported during launch. And if there are any other languages to be added in the future, we will make sure to let you guys know. So please be on the lookout. Is the game going to be under maintenance until tomorrow? Yes, it will be under maintenance until the final test starts. So once it starts, you guys can enter the game right away. Is there a hairstyle in the game like yours? Yeah, I think there's a long curly hairstyle for females. So yeah. Will we be able to use the final beta test client to play on live servers, or will we have to re-download the game once it officially releases? This is a very good question. Users will unfortunately have to re-download the game once it officially releases and is separate from our final test client. But hopefully it won't take too long. So yeah, it's pretty, thank you. Will there be any way for PC players to get previous season cosmetics? So although there's no details on how, we're definitely going to be providing a way for PC players to obtain the previous season cosmetics. So you can look forward to that. Will there be a reset after the beta test? Yes, all progress will be reset in time for launch. And that's just like Jay mentioned for the game balance. So I hope you guys can understand. Is there a possibility for the game to be released before June? We can't give out the exact release date yet, but it won't be too far off. So, will PC version start from current console Blast Pass or will it start from Season 1? So, Blast Pass will no longer use a numerical form in terms of naming in the future and will go by a slightly different name. In terms of season rewards, we plan on integrating items that will fit the current content. Because if we give Season 1 rewards, it will feel, too low compared to the content right now. Is the game completely different or very similar to Bless Online? It is a completely different game. So if you guys check it out tomorrow, you guys will be able to see that it's very different. Next question. Is it planned to improve or customize the union skills? We currently don't have plans to improve the union skill in time for the launch, but we do plan to improve and change the skill in various ways through future updates. So it won't be immediate, but you guys can look forward to seeing it in future updates after our game launches. Can you say release is in 2021 or 2022? Release will be in 2021 this year. Yep. Next question. What countries are supported for this game? I know Netherlands and Belgium are restricted and region blocked from playing. Although, yeah, Netherlands and Belgium are region blocked because of specific law regulations of the countries, other countries are all free to play our game. So hopefully that's good news. Next, I'm gonna move on. We're really liking the new skill system changes. Are there plans to add more skills in the future to the current classes? So as you guys saw in our earlier stream, there's been a huge update to the skill system changes where skills are no longer tied to blessings and you can level up skills as your character level progresses. And although we don't have any plans as of now to add more skills in time for the official launch, we definitely plan on adding them in the future as we update game content. So after our game launches and we have our updates like we do on console, you guys will be able to see new skills being added in the future. The game will be free to play. Yes, the game will be free to play, and I know a lot of you guys are talking and hoping that it's not pay to win, but the game's definitely not pay to win as well. And you guys can progress and play through the game without having to spend any cha-ching. So yeah. When will the game be available on the Steam platform? So the final test is tomorrow through Steam and our official platform or homepage, but release will be in 2021. Yes. Time Dungeons. Okay, so I'm not gonna mention any console related because this is a PC live. Will the Lumina shop basically be the same as PS4 and Xbox? Yes, the Lumina shop will be very similar to the one in PS4 and Xbox. So for users, console users, they can expect to see a very similar style of Lumina shop for PC as well. No, I don't mean by console players, like we can talk about it, but just nothing about the updates. So yeah, these were just a few of the questions that you guys picked out. If you want, I can read a little bit more of live. Will Cash Shop be available during final test? Yes, so we're actually going to be testing the Cash Shop for stability in time for our official launch. So during the final test, all users will be able to get some free Lumina and they can go check out the Cash Shop and see, like how it works and everything. So hopefully that'll be fun. Are you guys planning on making a state? We don't, yes. What's your favorite part of the game? Personally, I like fighting the field bosses and playing dungeons, but the one I mentioned earlier about the twisted field bosses, they're really fun and challenging, so I will recommend that for users for the final test. There is no level restriction for the final test, so you guys can play as much as you want. Can you carry me through a twisted field boss? Yeah, of course. One last thing here is pretty, thank you. Are you guys planning on increasing the levels? We currently don't have any plans on increasing character levels, but if there are any changes, we'll let you guys know firsthand. We died constantly. Exactly. It's meant to be really challenging. So I actually asked the devs and they said, us playing today, like 5 people is definitely not enough to defeat the boss, and it'll have to be like at least 10 to 15 people coming together to defeat it. It is not a pay to win game. We got it to 11%. Oh, that's pretty amazing. So the game doesn't work. The game is under maintenance right now because the final test hasn't started, but it's starting in a couple of hours, like 18 hours later, so you guys can tune in then. Will there be PvP events in the future? If we have any, we'll let you guys know. So yeah, that was just a few of the questions, and I'm just gonna read a few comments before I go today. I hope you guys, what boss requires 10 people? The Twisted Field bosses, which is what I showed you guys previously. They're meant to be difficult and challenging compared to the original field boss. So I recommend going in with, at least 10 people. Yes, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. It was nice seeing you all. It's been a couple of months. You guys can make sure to join in on the final test tomorrow, and I'll be playing with you all. So if you see me, CM Olvera username, come say hi. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys enjoyed the updates as well that I mentioned today. Please let me know if there are any feedback from the final test. I'll be on Discord constantly communicating with you all. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I'm gonna be heading back and getting ready for tomorrow now. So yes, we all have access. Everyone can play the final test. No keys required. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.